I'm going to show you how you can use events to boost your personal brand, become an authority on a topic, and even make money right away, no matter where you're starting. And in a little bit, I'm going to give you something that's worth more than $1,500 for free. So stick around and rock with me. I have been on food stamps. I have slept on the floor of an airport. I've done all of that 9 years ago. Today, I've invested more than $20 million into startup companies. And I work with a lot of founders. Work with a lot of entrepreneurs, creators, whether I'm investing in them or just working with them in other ways. And I was able to put on a 2,000 person event in Los Angeles in 2024 at the venue where the Emmys are held. That's right. It was my first big event, and we held it where the Emmys are held. So we went big. But before I did that, I started very, very small. Like I said, I was homeless just a decade ago. So what I did was I started with the smallest events possible, which are one-on-ones, meetings. And then I built that up to small 6 person dinners. This is the ultimate hack for you. It doesn't even have to be a dinner. It can be a lunch. It can be coffee. It can be just a mixer. It can be someone else's event. So, like going to a movie, but I wouldn't recommend a movie because you don't get to talk as much unless you have some time afterwards, right? It can be a sporting event, it can be all types of things, but you're going to find 5 other people. You're going to find 5 people who are in your niche, work kind of in the way that you work. If you're an entrepreneur, they're in your lane or a little bit out of it to have a little bit of diversity. And the whole point of it is you're going to put out an invite to about 10 people because most times 50% will say no or won't respond. So you're going to put out an invite, and that might be someone you know from a local co-working spot. It may be someone you know from a virtual membership, something to that effect, or people you know that you've known for a while, but they don't know each other, right? So you're going to be the plug, and you're going to say, hey, in 2 weeks, let's get together. Let's go have dinner at this restaurant, maybe a restaurant that you like already that you know about. And we're going to either ask for a private room so we can have some privacy, or we're going to just get a large table and it's small enough for us to still be able to talk to each other. We're going to meet there, going to have some great food, great conversation. When you get there, you introduce everybody to each other, but more importantly, you have everyone say a little bit about themselves, go around the table, maybe for a minute or two. They're going to say what they do, why they're there, why they're excited to be in the room, and everyone's going to hear about the other person, and there will be some organic connections already made. And then you're going to say something like, I put everyone here together because I would like to do this every month or every quarter. I'd like to come back and we meet and we stay connected and we help each other. So you've immediately created a network for yourself. So you might know these people already, but they don't know each other. And then you become the plug. Or you may know half of the room, but the other three or the other 2 or 3, you actually just reached out on, hope that they would come to it, and you're building your network. But either way, this is how it starts. So this is a huge, huge hack that has worked for me over and over and over again. And what I love about it is that so many people can do it right now. Let's say you don't go to dinner. Maybe you say, well, I don't know if I want to pay for everybody's dinner, or if I don't know if everybody would pay their way like $30 to $50. I don't know if everybody would do that. I suggest that version, but if you can't do that version yet, do the version where you all go to a coffee shop and do the exact same thing. Introduce yourselves, have a little bit of a theme, a little bit of a question that you ask everybody, and then you say yourself, "Hey, this is how you all could be helpful to me." And it's not, "Hey, can you invest in me? Can you do?" It's not like going direct, like asking for something. It's more like, I'm thinking through this problem and I would love some feedback. Or can everybody take a look at this website that I just put together? What do you think? Is there anything I should change before it goes live? That kind of thing is going to make people really want to ride for you and help you. And if you do that with the same group every month or every quarter or every certain time throughout the year, that group is going to get stronger and stronger and more helpful and more helpful. And then what you could do too is every single time you have this, you can say, okay, I'm going to bring 2 additional people to bring into the mix. everybody's gonna say the same, but I'm gonna bring two more people to bring into the mix. And so throughout that, 29 days, you're thinking about who else could join this, who would be very additive to this. And if somebody is not really pulling their weight or they're not really coming to it, they're skipping most of the time, you can just politely say to them, hey, I'd like to kind of keep this pretty standard. So if you're not able to join us on all of these dinners, I'm just going to have to ask you to not be part of it. You can have that conversation depending on what it is. So that's one major hack. And then there are so many others. And because there are so many others that I have done personally, and they have helped me build my network to a position where, I work with Mark Cuban. I have a joint venture with him. I've raised more than $30 million. I've invested in more than 200 companies, all since being homeless, like having no network that way. But what I did when I was homeless and when I was broke, because I wasn't always both, I would work with people. I talk about this and I have two books. I'll just show them real quick. I have two books. One's called Your First Million, and one is called It's About Damn Time. And It's About Damn Time, I talk about networks versus networking. So then there's that network value to it, but then there's also this monetization side of it, where you do think about how do I turn this into something where there's compensation. That's not those dinners. Those dinners are for you to just have the value, right? But there are ways that you can monetize events like for your current customers that you have, and there are ways that you can monetize events for new customers. So people who aren't customers already, who are potentially customers. There are so many ways. So the reason the because I have so many of those ideas, and also I've executed on so much of that, I decided to create a membership that is about events. So it's called the Ultimate Event Blueprint, where you can dominate your niche. You can just become the person known in your niche. And I decided to do this, but remember, I told you at the top of the video, I had something for you. Come closer. I got you. I am letting the first 1,000 members in for free. In for free. Okay. So go to the link in the description below and sign up immediately. If you happen to see this and it's past 1,000 members are already in it, go ahead and join anyway, because as long as I have this video up, it's free. If I change it to the original price, which I built it based on $36 a month, $200 a year, but I decided at the last minute, I'm going to just let 1,000 people in for free. First, it was 100, and then I got 100 people in 45 minutes. So then I said, I'm going to let 1,000 in for free so that you can have this information immediately. It's based on a $1,500 course that's truly available right now, retail, if you go to my academy. So you either pay $1,500 or you go into the membership for free. You get the course and you get the community and our live sessions that I'm having. So I'm having my first live session in a few days. Check the calendar once you're in there. Don't miss out on this. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And it's going to help you whether you want to do a small dinner, we call them salons, or you want to have a little mixer, or you want to have like 50 people get together at a co-working spot, or you want to have hundreds and hundreds of people, all the way to the 2,000 person event that I put on earlier this year. Whatever the case is, we have information for you, and you're going to learn so much so quickly. Do not think that this is for someone else and not for you. Because what most people are going to do is they're going to take themselves out of the game, right? If you know what I'm talking about, in the comments, say, I'm staying in the game. I'm staying with you, right? I'm staying in the game. Because what most people will do is say, oh, that's not for me. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough connections. I don't have enough resources. I don't have a mentor. I don't have this or that, right? If you were already going to think that way, I'm going to pull you out of that. What most people do is that. And so that means that your competition and people around you are doing that. They would normally do that. But what you could do is say, I'm going to just take a leap of faith, and I'm actually just going to join this free membership that normally costs hundreds of dollars to join. And I'm going to just look at the classroom and look at the posts and see if I can break through that. And maybe there will be something for you. I highly recommend that, because if I had stood still and I just let everything go by me and everybody else experience things, I would not have been able to do the things I've been able to do the past few years and in life. I know it's tough. I know some people are going through it right now with weather. They're going through it right now with their kids, with their parents, with their spouse, with friends, their company, their where they work. I know you're going through it. And I know that thinking about, oh, I'm going to put on a fancy event that's like way, way, way out. Let me tell you, I believe that some of you watching this right now in a year will have a large scale event that you are inviting me to. And it's going to start with you saying, let's go down to the coffee shop down the street, or let's go up here, play some basketball, or let's go do this or that. And it's going to start with five other people at a six-person event. And it's going to start there. And you're going to tell me that I tried what you said and it changed everything for me. So go to the link in the description, get this free resource, and then tell your people about it. Tell your friends, tell anybody you want to win to get in before we hit the limit. Again, the first 1,000 people free. And then if I keep this video up and you get to it and there's more than 1,000 people, join, because that just means I changed my mind later. So then I'm gonna start charging for it later and I'm gonna take the video down. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll see you there.